Good afternoon, Tightliners, and welcome back to the Tightliners kitchen. After last night's match, I did take some of the whiting. Problem is with whiting is that once they've been caught, they don't go back very well. So any whiting that was 27 centimeters or above, I've kept for the table. Also, I've got a coley, and I'm going to show you in a minute how to fillet it. And what I'm going to make today is a classic fish pie using fish from last night. I've got some salmon that I bought in the supermarket this morning and some smoked haddock to go with that as well. So anyway, I'll show you now filleting of a fish. So I'll start with one of the bigger whitings that I caught. I've already done quite a few. So cut around the head, both sides. Just cut up like that. I like to go in there, feel for the backbone, take the knife down, and you've got all that flesh just come off there. I repeat on the other side. To there. Then what I like to do is feel for the bone up towards the head and then back out to the side, and then just feel for the bones and just push the bone off, or push the meat off the bone with your knife until you've got a good clean fillet. Making a pig's ear of this one. So on that side, not much flesh left, that's good. And then on the other side, just cut up the bone, cut down the bone like this. That in the rubbish bag. And now what I do is I trim this. Don't want any of the belly bit and where the bones are here, so I go in there and I take all of that out. There. And now to skin it, very simply hold the tail end knife under the flesh and just simply pull the skin back and push along with your knife. Same on this one. Trim the fins. And push the skin off. In there, skin in there. Right, so now I've got the coley. Same again, in here. Feel for the backbone. This time I'm just going to go up there and I'm going to cut up through the rib cage and then run the knife down to the other side. And then we have a really nice clean fillet. Same on the other side. Feel for the bone. So we push the skin off, and there we have a nice fillet there. Put it in there with the rest of it, and we'll clean that up in a bit under the tap. Feeling for the bones down here, knife underneath, and we'll just push all that off. Still a couple there, missed them. The bones where the fins are, get right under there and down. Yeah, the skin on a collie is much tougher than on a whiting, so you have to pull, you can pull a little harder. So anyway, there's the first stage done, fish filleted. Okay, so potatoes boiled. Now to mash them. Plenty of butter. Getting a nice and creamy mash. It's getting there. Just splashing milk as well. Right, so there's the potato mash. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make this into a kind of an Irish mash, chomp. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some spring onion in. Good load of spring onion. And a good handful of parsley as well. Right, stir that in. Now the heat from the potato will take away the rawness of the spring onion. Like that, and 2 grinds of black pepper. Right, next thing, the roux. Right guys, so like I said earlier, I've bought some salmon, so to take the skin off this, very similarly as I did the other fish. Cut it into bite-sized chunks. Into my oven-proof dish. Now, you can use any fish. I like to have the different colour of the fish in here as well. Some red, pink fish, white fish, and I also like the flavour of smoked fish in the fish pie. So a little bit of haddock in here. Maybe that is another project for another time, is to build myself a little smoking machine. Right, and now my fish, the coulis, the other bit of the coulis, whiting, plenty of it. Then we'll go mix about, so there's bits of each bit of fish in every part of the dish. That's quite full of fish now. Maybe one more. And all these little bits can go in as well. Skin away. There. These go to recycling. And now it's to make the roux. Right guys, so now the next thing I need to do is to make the roux. So heat on low. The roux is simply butter, melted butter with some flour to thicken and some milk to make the sauce. And I will also add some parsley for some flavour. Right, melt the butter. Once the butter has melted, I will put equal amounts of flour in here. This butter is unsalted, by the way. so now the butter is melted, flour into the butter, about equal amounts, and I'll stir that in. You can do this off the heat if you like, and then put it back on until all the butter is incorporated in with the flour. Right, so you should have something like this going on. Right, keep stirring, keep stirring. Medium-ish heat is okay. So what I'm going to do now is let this cook out until I start getting a kind of a shortbready kind of smell happening with the butter. Okay, so now start adding some milk, and it will thicken instantly. Just keep adding a bit more, keep stirring, and you keep stirring, and you stir until all the lumps are out, and you keep adding bits of milk. At this point you could use a whisk if you wanted to. Anyway, it's coming together now. Nice pasty kind of roux. Thin that out a little bit more. A little bit of salt. A little bit more. So what we want now is just enough roux to go in with the fish and cover all the fish bits. Into there, some parsley. A few turns of peppermill. And bring the fish over. A bit more milk. Okay, heat off. Right, so what I'm going to do now is pour the roux over the fish and mix it in. Every bit of fish get covered with the roux. From now, this fish is already starting to cook with the heat of the roux. Right, that's good covered. potato. A layer of potato on top of the fish. Keep doing this until it's all covered. Right, so when you've got a good covering of the potato, I like to take a fork and make lines over the potato. What happens then now is that those ridges will become crispy and they'll brown up nicely. Anyway, that goes now into the oven, 20-25 minutes until the fish will be cooked. So there you have it guys, the finished product. Nice and golden on the top and those ridges have gone nice and crispy. Fish pie, always a winner. Well, tightliners, I always know that this fish pie is a winner. So what we got some whiting, we've got some coulis, we've got some smoked haddock, and it's all just flaking away nicely. Just absolutely superb. That smokiness of the fish just goes through it. The flakiness of the salmon and the white fish, absolutely superb. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed what you see. If you do enjoy what you see, please hit the subscribe button. All your support is very appreciated, and we'll be looking to see what we can do next. So until the next session guys, keep your lines tight.